New video showing just one more violent incident involving a woman moments after she was beaten by a former Jacksonville police officer. Calls for a special prosecutor and an independent investigation tonight. The state attorney's office, her lawyer, and the Jacksonville sheriff's office all responding to the new video and allegations. And for the first time, we'll hear from that former officer, Akinyemi Borisati, why he says he thought he did the right thing in the heat of the moment. The I-Team was first to tell you about these new recordings yesterday.
We have team coverage of all the new developments this evening. We start with the I-Team's Lindsay Gardner, who's joining us in studio with what a just released 40-minute recording of Officer Borisati's questioning, recorded within hours of the altercation. Lindsay.
Well, Ken and Mary, hours after this beating of a handcuffed woman, Borisati is then seen crying during his interview with detectives, saying he is fearful of losing his job. He's also cooperative and waives his right to an attorney as he tries to explain why he punched Myra Martinez repeatedly.
Did something get you angry?
No.
Okay.
I mean, she ran towards me. I didn't know what she was gonna do. She could have spit in my face. She could have bit me. Like, she still had limbs and body parts that could have attacked me still.
In what way?
She could have bit me.
Okay.
She could have kicked me like she did. She could have shouldered me like with her shoulder off the curb that I was standing on.
Mm-hmm. And what does the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office policy and procedures state about suspects that are handcuffed? Are we allowed to strike them?
Yes, sir.
In what way? Because she was handcuffed, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you strike her?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you strike her with an open hand or a closed fist?
Closed fist.
Do you remember the amount of times you struck her?
I believe it was 3.
Okay. Where did you strike her at?
In the stomach.
Do you think it was right, it was wrong, could have been better handled?
I mean, it's just like either way, I feel like either way it would have looked bad because I'm a guy and she's a girl. Like if I would have took her down to the ground, she wouldn't have landed on her hand. She wouldn't have been able to catch herself. She would have landed on her face. And that would have looked really bad on camera, just like what I did looks bad on camera.
What do you think looked bad?
I guess the amount of times I hit her.
Okay. What you just said, male or female? If it was a male, would you have been justified doing what you did tonight? Because remember something, we don't put gender on suspects. We don't put race on suspects. We don't put religion on suspects. Suspects are suspects.
Now, noticeably missing from the 40-minute interview was any mention of this first beating captured by an anonymous dash cam. Borisati never mentioned these punches when he tried to explain how the arrest first happened, but he did say Martinez tried to kick out the window of a patrol car, so they had to further restrain her there. Borisati was told JSO policy does not allow for punching handcuffed suspects. He was terminated immediately, ending his 2-month career with the sheriff's office. Mary.
Thank you, Lindsay. The investigation into the beating involving Officer Borisati and Myra Martinez has sparked a battle between her attorney and the state attorney's office.
Within the last several hours, the state attorney reacting to the video released today by the lawyer for Martinez. Channel 4's Jim Piggott joining us live from the jail with a closer look at the new footage.
You know, Myra Martinez's attorney is very angry, saying that the state attorney's office is basically turning her into the bad guy and not Officer Borisati. So he released this third video today. The first video that came out, of course, was the beating at the jail Sally Port, and then we saw the beating at the parking lot of the strip bar. This is the video that shows Martinez being told to remove her piercings. Then she goes into the bathroom to take off her clothes. She throws them down, and that's when you see the female correction officer grab her hair and pull her down towards the ground. After that, 5 male officers enter the bathroom where Martinez is naked to subdue her. Our crime and safety expert, Gil Smith, was on hand when this was released. We talked to him about this procedure. We saw all these officers go into the restroom when she was naked. Male officers, too. Is that normal?
Well, it's not normal, but that's why they had a female officer with her originally, because she was to take off some of her clothing. No male officers around, so she can remove whatever they wanted her to remove. No male officers are supposed to be around, and none were at that point. Once it became combative, then it doesn't matter. They have to stop whatever violence is going on.
Smith says we can't hear what's being said, and that's important. He says the tape doesn't show everything, but Martinez' attorney says it shows enough. And altogether, it shows a problem, he says, with the city, the state attorney's office, and the sheriff's department.
I'm worried about where we're headed as a city. We've got too many issues that are going unaddressed. This started as an incident in a parking lot that then turned into an incident in the jail that, as you'll see today, and we learned very recently, turned into an incident inside the jail. And it's been incident after incident or misrepresentation after misrepresentation since then.
Now, Attorney John Phillips is calling for a special prosecutor to come in. He's writing the governor to ask that. Now, of course, the state attorney's office has reaction to all of this today. Francesca Amaker is live there now after she just spoke to one of the assistant state attorneys, Rich Manti. Fran?
Well, as you mentioned, Jim, when we spoke with the state attorney right here in this office, he said he's not trying to run some type of smear campaign or make Martinez seem dishonest. All he's doing when he wrote this disposition that was released on June 7th was he put the facts that he feels the jury and everyone who requested this disposition needs to know. Now, let's go ahead and show you some of the video that was released today by this attorney. Now, today we have 3 new videos coming out. Video of Martinez being asked to remove her belly button ring and then getting into a fight with a female officer, then being subdued by male officers. And also the video of Borasati and Vickery, both emotional while giving their statements while being interviewed by the JSO Integrity Unit. I asked Manti if the officer's statement could lead to upgrading this current misdemeanor charge to a felony, and he says the video provides a problem with upgrading.
If her injuries occurred during that parking lot incident, it's going to cause me a problem. What I think I heard today was they want us to add an additional charge for what happened in the parking lot. The problem is we reviewed that activity, and as unfortunate as it is, she is violently resisting her arrest, and she is continuing to do that throughout. And the measures that they took, while they're not pleasant to look at, they don't rise to the level of a crime.
And again today with that new video that you all saw with the female officer and multiple male officers subduing Martinez, we reviewed that as well, and we asked the state attorney's office if any additional criminal charges would come out when it came to these other officers. He says JSO has done their review and they do not believe any criminal charges will be added on to any officers involved in those videos. We're now reporting live at the state attorney's office. Francesca Amaker, Channel 4, the local station.
This afternoon, Undersheriff Pat Ivey released a statement saying the video released today is not yet public record because the investigation is ongoing. Ivey says no other officers involved demonstrated any criminal wrongdoing, but they are looking at administrative policies and procedures. And right now, our News4Jax.com web producers are working to post Borasati's entire raw interview, plus the unedited interview with his fellow officer who saw the first beating and reported it to superiors.